Welcome to this look at Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25 on console with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Oh yes, I'm on console, I'm on PlayStation 5, there will be slot counts. I'm excited and incredibly nervous. This is a whole different animal and I'm starting on this screen for a particular reason. When I give you slot counts for the game, unlike FS25, we have got a lot of configurable options at the start screen, as you can see right here. So there is still new farmer. Let's come down one. We've got farm manager and we've got start from scratch. They do still have some start options that we're familiar with, but these can all be reconfigured. So you can change these around. I'm going to start off also by saying this is a map tour. Riverbend Springs, I'm going to do a map tour of Hutan. This is not a deep dive into the game. This is not showing all the menus, all the options, all the stuff. This is a map tour. There will be videos on those as well. I'll be doing some other videos. I'll be live streaming. I probably have already done the live stream, thinking about it. Probably already done the live stream. Or be in the process of doing the live stream. So we can change our start money. New farmers normally 100,000. We can go up to 1 million. 100 is the lowest we can go. Now, like I said, if we go to new farmer, that's already set at a million. It used to be 1.5, but a million's the maximum now. We can also see from we got start loan. We can adjust our start loan as well, if you want to. If we go to start from scratch, you've got a start loan of 250,000 as well, and then our economy difficulty will change on each one as well, as you can see. I normally play new farmer. I normally play with normal economy. Start money, if I'm doing a map tour, if I'm doing anything like that, I'm going to put maximum amount of money in because I'm going to need that for buying stuff as we go. Start, so you can reconfigure all this. It also says start farm, yes or no, and a guided tour, yes or no. I'm going to take the guided tour off because I don't need that. But again, if we go to here, you'll see there's no start farm. So the slot counts I will give you are based on what is giving you initially. If you decide you want the start farm on farm manager, then the slot count will be different because you'll have the start equipment, and I think you'll have the start equipment. You'll certainly have the farm. So like I say, a little bit different to normal, but let's crack on. You'll also notice when you get this, when this is released, we've already got a mod in the mod hub. We've got the government subsidy signed by Realismus Modding. I'm going to need that as well when we do the map tour, thankfully. I'm going to see you in there. So, if we press out start, you'll notice that's different as well. Tells you what your save game is, tells you the map, tells you how much money you've got, and tells you how many hours you've played as well. That's cool, I like that feature. So, customization of character. I've done a few tweaks. Again, this is not a guide to or showing off the character customization. There's a whole load of stuff in there to have a play with as well, which is very cool. So this is a map tour. If I confirm that. Also console, very, very cool. Third person, people. Third person. We can zoom in and out. I mean, look at the clarity. PS5. Honestly, the level of detail is nuts. Absolutely nuts. So as far as menus go, what I will do, I'm going to go into here, go down to our settings. I want to take that off because I don't want auto save. I'm going to put timescale on normal for the time being, real time. Seasonal growth, for the purposes of the map tour, I'll leave that on because up here it gives you your growth calendar. Again, this is not a deep dive into the menus, but you'll see there we've got a crop calendar. We have got some animals to start off with. There are contracts available. This is nice, production chains option. You can actually see what productions are available. If I go up to the top, you can also look at what you own. So I don't have to buy the productions as I go around when I'm doing a map tour anymore. I can come into here and see which ones are available. By clicking on what's available, you can see what the productions are, what the cycles are, and what they all do, which is brilliant. So we'll be doing that as we go around. We'll get our prices menu for all the different things. Now, normally I would talk about mods added in by the map maker. I would talk about required downloads. I would talk about custom crops. It's the new game. We've got all the crop types that were discussed, all the crop types that have been talked about since the start. Platinum expansion stuff has been added in, premium expansion has been added in, so we've got things like canned soups, we've got chili peppers, we've got all the extra mushrooms, we've got peas, we can can peas, we've got the buffalo milk, buffalo mozzarella, there's All the stuff that comes with the FS25 is all in here. Again, this isn't a deep dive into the products necessarily. Gnocchi, and we've got garlic, goat milk, bottled goat cheese, kimchi, jarred green beans. I mean, there's a whole load of stuff. It's very, very cool indeed. So, what I'm going to do before I move on, I need to go into general settings and make sure that's all on. Help window, interactive zone markers. Yes, 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 yes. Again, not a deep dive into the menus. Map tool. If I come back out, so what I'm going to do, we'll make a start. Then as we go around, I'll put some money in using the government subsidy signs, and we'll go. So we start here. Zoom in a little bit. That's Hickory Brook Farm. Just over here, we do have a farm kiosk. So this is the small farm kiosk. This is a sell point for Hickory Brook Farm. We come in here, equipment and machinery. We do start with the trade. We don't start with a huge amount of stuff. Now, if I've got this right, slot count 1,187 on new farmer. Farm management start from scratch. It's 1,138. You don't have any of the vehicles and machinery. You do still have all the buildings and stuff, but obviously then you have to buy the land on those two game modes. But again, that can be tweaked. So the slot count at start, it's not irrelevant, but not as relevant as it used to be. And again, this is not a dive into the vehicle menus, but we have got some cool stuff. I want to show you something really cool. Look. Oh, International Series 200. That's what we also have got under trucks. Look at that. Obviously, there's the Eagle. But that is gorgeous. Plus, we've got an electric Volvo. Oh, my God. Anyway. I might actually get one of those pickups. We've got Grandpa Walter is over here. Our NPCs are on the map. We come over to Walter and we can have a chat. We can start a conversation. If you do the guided tour, he will run through steps showing you how to start off. If you're brand new to the game, that's cool. Sleep trigger just there. These menus are different now as well. So we can change our time in half-hour increments. And it doesn't just go to 9 a.m. and then it's the next day. You can sleep. You can go for a nap if you want to. And you can sleep through to whatever time you want and get up again. So you can pick and choose when you sleep, how long you sleep for, round to the next day or later on in the day if you want to. Wardrobe triggers around the back. Just there. Now, something I do need to point out. At the time of me doing these map tours, I have got early access on PS5. Thank you, Giants. It's awesome. There is likely to be an update on release day on the 12th, because obviously the console stuff had to come out before all the rest of the game is finished. What I've got here is the latest-ish version, but there might be some physics tweaks. A few little bits here and there might be adjusted, so there may well be an update on the day of release, just for people to be aware. There might be some bits and bobs you might see and think, oh, I'm not sure about that, but there could well be. I just can't get over the fidelity, the level of detail. If we come over to here at the start farm, we've got this, which is very cool. We said about buildable stuff. We're on the trigger here for small shed. Bottom right, it tells you what's required. Wood, beam, planks, long and planks. So we've got platinum expansion stuff is now part of the main game. So it's all good. Beehives just here with our honey pallet spawn point is just here. We've got a fuel point just over here. The menus are slightly different on the fuel points as well now. We come to here, so we can slide in scale on this, which is very cool. Like that a lot. Equipment and machinery. Oh, we've got the Challenger just in there. John Deere, cultivator, chisel plough. We've got a Great Plains seeder with a bag of seed. We don't start with a huge amount of stuff, really. We've got a John Deere tucked away in here. As we come round the corner, we have got a massive Ferguson harvester. Just there with header and header trailer. Again, I love... It depends whether you prefer your map tours like this. I'm just very excited about third person, so I'm probably going to keep it like this just because I want to see the character as I go around. But again, let me know in the comments what you think, how you feel about that. It might be you want to change this. Animal pen. Now this is a custom animal pen because in the game we have got animal pens which can be customised. So you've got fixed pens or you've got pastures which you can build yourself to meet or fit a field. If we click on here, we have got 3 out of 25. Now what's cool about that is the bigger you make your own pasture, your custom pasture, the more animals it will hold. There is a limit. I'm not sure what the limit is. There's going to be obviously loads of testing, loads of stuff to be done on here, and there are animals in here. Like I said, I would normally talk about if there's custom animals and custom pens. We're going to do separate. Notice that a little bit of. You notice just on the periphery there, it's a little bit of. I'm not sure what that is. Just off in the distance. So let's have a look at the map. So here's our map and our map menu. And this is all different as well. So we start off with our crop types, and they're all here, which is great. If I deselect all, you can turn them all off. You can highlight certain ones if you want to. That's absolutely fine. Come to the top, we go across to our growth calendar. Our growth, sorry. We go soil composition, hotspots for vehicles, machinery and equipment, then farmland. So this is the one you want to look at to see what you own. So this is the land I own already on New Farmer. The ones that are blacked out, as the key says, is unowned, currently selected. So if I click on that, and then it gives you the option to buy or visit. So the menus are very different here. If I click on a vehicle, you also notice, if I click on that, for example, why is that let me go? Oh, it's because I'm on farmland. When you click on the vehicles, it gives you a list of options. So it's ever so slightly different. You're going to have to be quite careful. Fuel prices across the map, not too bad. There are areas that you can't purchase. There are some areas that you can. I'm going to put some money in. If I do miss something, I do apologise. These are slightly different as well now, the icons, which is quite cool. I like that. We've got different colours for stuff. So our sell points, so I click on there, so we've gone back to crop types. So sell point is that colour, but these can all be some of these can be purchased as well, as it says buy, visit or tag place. We've then got productions, look like a factory now, which is quite cool. This one is a bit peculiar. We'll have to have a look at that because I'm not sure about that. We've then got sleep triggers are in that colour, and then we've got our NPCs dotted around the map as well. I'm trying to think, were there any others? Oh, gas stations in blue. So we've got slightly different tags, different colours, and this is a map. So that's the only bit of land we start with on New Farmer. We do have a train. The train runs through. That goes off to Goldcrest Valley. There you go. So if you get a contract that says Goldcrest Valley, you can send them off there. Contracts is something we're going to dip into on another video because that's a little bit different. We have got a silo over here. This is 200,000 litre silo. It'll be standard crop types. They're not multi-fruit silos or anything just yet. But our silo is just there. And again, I cannot get over the level of detail. It's just incredible. I'm going to have to speed up now because we need to get around the map. I'm going to get myself a pickup, something a little bit quicker to get around. I'm going to put some government subsidy signs in. So if we go into our menu... generators, there we go. Now this is something that's different with the menus as well. When you come into build mode menus now, if I click on this, for example, I go to place it, be careful because that's showing the green one. It's not showing multiple ones, but if you look at the menu, which is in on the screen a little bit more now, it says customize R3. If I press R3, I've then got other options. That's the same with all the buildings and stuff on here as well now. So you can come on and you can add solar panels, you can change the colour of buildings, certain ones, if it gives you the option to customize. So I can do 4,000 a month, 40,000 a month, 400,000 or 4 million a month on the government subsidy signs. If you don't want to use them, that's fine. I just use them because I need them for the map tour. So I'm going to place some of these and I'll see you in a moment. We've got a bit more money and we've got a pickup. Hello again. Shall we carry on? Yes, we shall. Look at this gorgeous thing. Oh, it's so good. Sound effects as well, I've noticed. Driving on different surfaces, like on gravel, you get this almost crunch sound of gravel. We're going to head around. I'll do what I always do on map tours. I'll show you where I am. I wasn't sure how this was going to pan out. I really, you know, I got a bit of play time when I went for the preview event. But I've got to say, PS5, at least what I'm on, the difference is incredible. Now you may look, oh, it doesn't look any different to 22. It really is. It's crisp, it's neat, it's clean, it's, I don't know. And I'm not imagining it. I just did a map tour for the oh, what map was it? Anyway, on 22. So, just in here, this is the grain barge, and this is Terminal 2, I believe it is. So we are here. Yeah, grain barge Terminal 2. We can visit and tag. So that's a sell point, and that will load onto the barges. I don't think there's an animation. I did try on Terminal 1. We're going to head out to the forestry, well, the sort of the carpenter lumberjacks home. Not the carpenters, that's something completely different. Although they were very good, the carpenters. Oh, we've got traffic. Something else, that was not me, haven't been on there. It's always the same, look, signs down all over the place. Again, I don't know whether that will be tweaked, fixed, I've no idea. What I noticed, I was driving a slow vehicle when I was doing my prep. Vehicles overtake you. If you're going slowly, they will overtake you. That is nuts. I mean, absolutely bonkers. Again, the detail here. Wow. So, we've got over here, this is the playground maker hall. Bottom right, planks long you need to bring here. Now, these can be purchased for 150,000. So you can build stuff, you can make stuff, you can earn money doing it. Over here, this is a slightly bigger project, this one. This is playground, and again, required materials down the bottom right. This hasn't got the option for... I think this is one like this, the... what's the word I'm looking for? Like the roller coaster on Silver Run. You just bring the stuff here, and at the end of it, you'll get, you get paid out. It's not something you own, I don't think. Whereas this one, I think once you own it, it's a repeatable process. So you can build stuff and keep going with that. We can go into the building. I'm sure the doors opened here, didn't they? Maybe it's around the back. Don't want to be doing this for all of them, but please let me open the doors. There we go. Again, detail. Wow. Menus are slightly different now for turning, like switch hand tools. That's our torch. You can actually see the torch now, and it'd be the same. No, it's not up and down on the D-pad anymore. So we can put the tool away. Anyway, I need to carry on. I need to hurry up. We've got a lot to get around on this map. Can't get over how crisp and clean it is. Let's go. Now, obviously, as a map tour goes, and as map tours do go generally, I can't show you everything. There's going to be an element of coming on and searching on the map. There is so much detail, so much to look at, so many fantastic spots of natural beauty, and I'm going to show you the main features, the sell points, the productions, those kind of things, but there is so much to look at. If we turn just down here, I've already brought a vehicle over just to show you this, but so we've got, this is the dredging boat, which is just here, and this is working like the iron ore. You hear the sound, the gravel? So the dredging boat is putting stones out here. However, I've tried with a bucket, I've tried with a conveyor, I've tried with a trailer. I can't pick those up at the moment, the stones. And it doesn't give you the option to buy the dredging boat. We do have a lime station. Lime stations are a little bit different now as well, because the lime station, standard, if I press start filling, we've got the option of lime or solid fertiliser at the lime station. So rather than just lime, two things we can do here now, which is very cool. Come across the way, we've got the cement works, cement factory just here. Now again, I suppose I've got enough money, let's just start buying stuff. Purchase that. Click on there. So here's our cement works. There's the playground maker hall that we bought. So that shows you the various different things. We can build that tractor. Tells you what you need. So the cement factory, we got cement brick, cement bags, and roof plate. They're all. Oh, they're not running. There we go. But you can see the menus. You can see the recipes. What's required. They all require stones. These ones, and they'll run and they'll produce what you need. And it tells you over the right hand side what they are, but also on here you've got the option for our storing. Hang on, we need to change output, storing, selling, distributing, so it depends where you want to put it to for all the items there. So that's our cement factory, cement works. Let's carry on. Things like the tailors and the spinnery and stuff like that, they're pretty much standard how they used to be. It might be the recipes are slightly tweaked, and obviously I think the menus are a lot clearer, they're crisper. There is an element of, I think some menus have been changed just to make it look fresh and new. Not that they necessarily needed changing, but they have been changed. So it depends, you know, how you view that. So here's our spinnery. Not spinnery, tailors, sorry. Now again, I can go into here if I want to, not that one. If I go into, and like I said before, you don't necessarily have to buy them. If I go up to the top and I go across to available, and I go now down to, where are we? Where's our tailors? There's our tailor shop. And we can see what it all does. So I don't have to buy each one and go through. We can do it from this menu if we want to. Let's say fairly standard, 4 fabric to 2 clothes. So you lose half, but you're gaining the clothes, and they're normally worth a fair bit of money. That's our tailor shop. Again, loads of fantastic detail. We need to go from here around the corner because our next NPC is around here. Not Creepy David, don't worry. We've got Ben. Ben is a good friend of Grandpa Walter. You come to Ben's house, he's shown on the map. Some contracts will be available from these characters, and they will also, when you start conversations, we're not going to go down that route again, NPC stuff, but this is where Ben lives. You can have a conversation, he'll help you with advice and stuff, and I think they can give you contracts as well. From here, we're going to go around to the bakery. Again, I'll show you on the menu where we are, but to our left as we go just up here. Sorry, I'm not stopping. I should be. We've got a water tower just to our left, so you can come and get water. That's just through there. Well, just through there, there's a water tower. Yeah, look, he's going to overtake me. Look at him. Oh, it's like a racing track now. Baker's is just here. Bakers will cost you 50 grand. Oh, we'll buy it, why not? So there's our bakery. Now, you've noticed we've got some different recipes here as well. We've got bread with flour and bread with rice flour, cake with flour and cake with rice flour, but the other options are still the same. We've got eggs, flour, milk bottled. Now, it does say milk bottled, that's interesting. Something a bit different. Rice flour, strawberries and sugar. So as far as dairy and stuff goes, rather than just bring milk in tankers, maybe it is specifically bottles it requires. Some of the contracts are a little bit like that as well. Baling contracts, it's not mowing, baling. Mowing is separate to baling now. The baling is literally you go out and you bale, but it specifies square or round bales as well, so you can't just take any baler and crack on. Gas station, look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Gas station, just about right. Oh, we're just taking this time. Turn down here. Lime station on our left. And then we've got a big sweep down. Make sure I don't miss anything. I'm loving it. Yes, there is a little bit of mist. The mist goes as you go through the day, depending on the time of year. It can stay longer. So we are coming up on Grain River Silo. This is a sell point. Again, it's all the detail. Now I've missed one ferry crossing point. I'll show you one of them. We're going to head round to that, but there are 2 ferry crossings. So there's the Grain River Silo, just here. Again, let's go back to the map. I'll show you where we are. Oh, yeah, showing us the map already. So we started off at the main farm, and we came all the way down there. Took in the barge terminal, took in the playground and stuff there. We came back along there to the dredge boat. Like I say, it's showing you, if I click on that, it says dredging boat visit, but it's not giving me the option to buy it. And the lime station. We came up past here to the tailor shop, round to Ben's. We came up along this road here, past the water point that's there. Bakery, gas station. We've come up along here, past the lime station. We're now here at Grain River Silo. We're going to head up the hill, past the wagon builder, which is very cool. Again, you can purchase that. Like I said, I did try and pick up a few of the plots off camera to make sure I don't miss anything. One that we do need to purchase, actually, top. Let's go back to our that one there. Click on 33, 367,272 to buy, and we can buy it directly here. Now it's interesting because I got into the habit of pressing square to go into the buy menu. If you press square, it deselects all the crop types on the left hand side. So again, it's getting used to the menus. You know, so we've got a sleep trigger there. The rest of the buildings are barns and buildings. You can sell them if you want to. We'll get onto that later on. There's a couple of plots that have got farms on that we'll purchase. So the wagon builder, as far as delivering goes, it's here. Bottom right, planks long, fabric and rope. Now, you'll see later on when we get round, if you don't want to spend the time doing those productions, you can buy pallets. There's a warehouse, which is pretty cool. You come up here around the corner. We can buy this facility as well, so it becomes a repeatable process. So here for the wagon builder. You notice the productions are... Oh, why is that not giving the option to manage? Oh, I don't need to manage it, do I? Of course I don't. It just means it's mine now. And you just, once the wagon's built, it will sell, and then you come back and you'll do another one, and like it was with the boat building. But very cool. Let's go back to pickup, and we shall continue. It's a difficult one, this, because whereas normally I've got into such a routine with my map tours, because this is new, the menus are all different. I wanted to try to explain some of it, but I can't explain all of it without doing separate videos. So from here, we are going to go up the hill, yes, and then we're going to take a right and head out that way, and there's all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, this needs to be just a map tour, not a deep dive. On various different streams and videos, I've got an idea of some videos I want to make, sort of guide videos like I've done before, how-to videos. Some will be quite short, just showing off little bits of menus. Some might be a bit more in-depth. I say might be a bit more in-depth, will be a bit more in-depth. So that plot 33 that we purchased is just coming up on the left. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger is up in the building. We do have barns, got a Quonset there, shed there, barn and building space just there. Some of those can be removed. There's our sleep trigger, and the wardrobe trigger is down the back. So I say it may appear this map tour, and possibly the next one on Hootan Pantai as well, may seem a little bit clunky because I'm having to get used to the menus as well. It's all brand new to me too. So like I say, I want to try and show it off as best I can, but I'm going to go across the grass here. Sound of the gravel. Brilliant. So next up. Oh yeah. Next up we've got Creepy David. Creepy David lives here. So we can come and see Creepy David. He had to flee the city. He fled. Why did he flee? We don't know. But anyway, you can come over, you can have a conversation with him. Tips, tricks, ideas, that kind of stuff. Across the way here, we've got the Farmers Market sell point, which is just there. When you put stuff in, the stuff appears in here. And depending on the time of day you come in here, you've got the various different vendors will be at their different stalls to sell their produce, which is pretty cool. We come out the back of here, the detail here is amazing, because you can bring the kiddies along and they can have fun and they can play, and there's a barn they can climb around on. Then out here you've got like a maze out in the sunflower field, so you can go in and do the maze. There's all sorts of stuff. Let's go into build mode. There we go. Look at that. Flip around like that. Look at that. It's very cool. So there's a whole maze they can go around in the garden, which is lovely. If we come back to our map, we are here. We click on 42 and buy that whole plot, 179,000, which isn't too bad really for all that. If I buy that, we get a sleep trigger at the house just there. So sleep trigger should be just over here. There we go. Sleep and wardrobe trigger. Wardrobe trigger on the veranda. Come across the way here. I don't know how I'm going to edit this down to 60 minutes. I really don't. We've got our next factory. Canning factory. This is very cool. So again, we got canned peas, jarred green beans, kimchi, noodle soup, honestly, with rice flour, preserved foods for beetroot, carrot, parsnip. We got rice bags for long grain rice and rice. We got rice bags, rice boxes, spinach bags. Loads of cool new stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. Actually, if we go into here, we can go down to the wagon builder there and you can see the status as well. So again, depends what menu you come into for your production chains. Again, owned and what's potential, what's available. And you can look at your cycles per month, what's required and how it's progressing in the build. So that's our canning factory. Next on the road, we have got the... might be the biogas plant. I think I've got enough to buy it because when I did my prep, I didn't have enough money. When I did my prep, the government subsidy sign wasn't in the mod hub and that popped in there, so I'm assuming it had some kind of update. No idea, but it's working. Now again, I could look at the biogas plant as an option of a production that you can purchase if you want to. What I was noticing, and I'm going to double check with this now, this is quite expensive. I don't know if we get the land with it, you know. Let's double check. Woohoo! So, 1,980,000. Oof! So here's our biogas plant. Manure, silage, slurry and sugar beet cut. Outgoing products, electric, methane and digestate. Which is what the other ones did anyway. We haven't got the option for what we do with those. As far as I know, the methane just sells as it always has done. The digestate is the byproduct that stores. So what I was going to do was come to here. And if we go to the menu there, it's got to get used to these menus. Farmland. Oh yeah, we do. That's all right. So when you buy the biogas plant, you do get the land. Obviously, we bought those plots anyway. But things like the canning factory, we bought that, but you don't get the land with that. So again, something to be aware of. Oh, did I miss the lime station there? Sorry, there is a lime station there as well, next to the house and next to the farmer's market. A little bit further on the way, we are going to go to the spinnery. You notice there when you click on them, you can buy them directly straight away. You don't have to actually go to them to buy them. You can buy them in the menu, which is pretty cool. If you decide, actually, you know what, I'm just going to use the map menu, go around, buy everything I want, and then go from there. Oh, that's what I was going to show as well, wasn't I? In that main menu, if we go back to there, we just go along to crop types. If we click on a vehicle now, for example, our harvester, then it gives you this option here. Enter the vehicle, reset the vehicle, sell it, and then set destination and create job. So there's also other menus for doing that, but if you want to do it from here, you can click on the vehicle. So again, with the AI system, you can send them off, they can go around the map delivering stuff for you, picking up, that kind of thing. But that can all be done from here. So you can reset a vehicle, takes it back to the wherever it needs to reset to. I'll tell that later on. Be careful between reset and sell. I mean, it will come up with an option saying, do you want to do that? So you'd have to click multiple times to make a mistake. So there's a lot of stuff off those menus now, the map menus. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. I really have got to speed up. We've got so much more to see. Right. Spinnery. Purchase is just there. And again, it's fairly standard, the spinnery. The same with the tailor shop. I won't necessarily show that one. We know what the spinnery does. Takes our wool. Takes our cotton. Garments. Where was I going from here? Oh yes, I need to cut across, don't I think. Well, let's track on the river. There's a couple of curiosities again. It might be that when if you know whatever happens update wise, that kind of thing. There might be a couple of tweaks. Let's go that way. This isn't going to help. Look at the level of detail on the bark on the tree. Wow! There's plot 47 down here, and there's a house, and there's a load of beehives. You don't actually own the land, so I wasn't sure on that one. Whether that's going to be something that will change. Because it looked like there was kind of a sell point here. Oh, sorry. But you can buy all the plots around it, but it still doesn't buy this little plot. This was one of the images we saw a while back. And these, all the beehives are shown on the map. I'm not going to do the joke, I promise. So you've got this here. And you've got all the beehives. But you can only have one honey pallet spawn point. If we come to the map, you'll see that they're all here. But as far as buying the land goes, we can buy that plot 47, which doesn't take that in. 48, which does that bit. And then 46, which does that bit. None of it actually takes in that. And I haven't found a point on here that will allow you to purchase it or go inside. So maybe that'll be something that will get tweaked for the release day or just after the release day. Maybe this is just what I've got at the moment. So let's head down to the ferry, shall we? The ferry was a curious one. If you're in a vehicle, it's fine. If you're on foot, just be careful. Again, might get tweaked. I don't know. So we come down to our ferry. We've got a couple of options here. We'll drive on first and I'll show you. So stop there. Should turn the engine off really. We've got here, so if you could put something on there and send it off if you want to, but then you're not on it. So we can start our ferry here. If we come back to the map, we'll see we're at the ferry crossing here. If we come right around the river, over here, there we go. There's a ferry crossing here as well. So there are two ferry crossings on the map. If we come across to here, just over here by the boat bit here, it says start ferry L3. You'll notice as the ferry starts to move, the barrier's gone down. Oh no, we're alright. Oh, brilliant. When I first did this, as the ferry was moving forward, my character stayed where it was, so I was actually moving back off the ferry. We seem alright now. That's all good, cool stuff. I think we're actually locked until it stops. Won't let me drive forward. Yeah, until the barrier goes up. That's pretty cool. Locked in place. Right. Over the ferry. Up the hill. Dairy we come to just up here. As we come up the hill, to our right we've got the dairy. Now this dairy is a sell point only. If we go into our menu, you'll see there it's not showing as a factory, it's showing as just a sell point. As far as it goes for productions, we go to there and we go up again, across to available, and we go to... So there's not actually a dairy on the map. If we go to build mode, there must be a dairy in here. Cement, bakery, dairy, there we go. So we do have some dairies available. What's interesting here as well, I didn't show this again, it wasn't about the menus. You got your expensive factory facilities, but we've also got these, look, cheaper, more farm related. So you've got bakery, carpentry, preserved food factory, dairy, grain mill, but they're all smaller, cheaper, that you can run at your farm to get into the production without spending hundreds of thousands on a bigger factory. But again, this is not a dive into the productions themselves. We cross over the... that's good timing. We'll get to see the train. That's cool. It's very cool. That was good timing. I haven't got time to hang around. I know I'll get in trouble. Vehicle shop is just there. Workshop trigger is just here. Hopefully it works. Let's click on that. There we go. Dealer open, international series. Then you've got, so this is your menu for doing that now. And then bottom right, we've got our repair, customize, repaint, return. So lease to whatever you've got Across the way here, there's our vehicle shop trigger. Just there by the doors. We come out across here. I think we have a gas station just there. We've got another water tower just there for a water point. We come across the way. We've got the animal dealer. The animal dealer's interesting because we've got Katie outside, next NPC. She stood outside just there, waiting for the conversation to help you about anything farming related, livestock related. Well, farming as well, probably. There you go. So there's Katie. You can have a conversation with her. We have got our animal dialogue box. And we've got a sell point here as well. Let's go back to the map. So yeah, we've got sell point there as well. So animal dealer sell point, animal dealer. Then around the back of the building, we've got 2 buy points. We can buy manure and we can buy slurry, liquid manure, around the back, because obviously the animals that are here at the livestock market are producing those things. I'll quickly whiz around the back. And we saw from earlier videos and stuff that were released, there are animals in the pens, which adds that extra bit of immersion, which is really nice. Whoa. I'm all over the shop. I'm not going to get all this in. Just so I realise, time-wise, must speed up. So there's our manure point, just there. Slurry point is just over there at the tank for purchasing of those. From here, up on the hill, we're not going to necessarily go up onto the hill. However, up on the hill just there, which is here, is plot 80. Again, go back to that menu. Plot 80, 370,000. If we purchase that, we get a sleep trigger and the buildings around it. So we'll own that land, gives you an extra sleep trigger up on the hill. We're now going to head to carpentry, and then what have we got? Oh yeah. We're getting there. Carpentry, just here. Delivering of wood, and like I said, platinum expansion stuff as well. 300,000. They are expensive. Says our carpentry, furniture from planks long, furniture from planks, furniture from wood. Now, it doesn't mention wood chip as a byproduct anymore. Doesn't say it in the recipe. It just says outgoing product furniture. So something to be aware of. There's a few things that have been altered, and I'm kind of I don't know how I feel about it. Only because of the way I've got used to playing the game. And I suppose it's no different to any new version. You've got to get your head around new ways of doing things. Grain mill is here. Where was the grain mill bit? There we go. Rent train point just there. So you can load grain mill into the train if you want to. 288 grand for the grain mill. So barley, hang on, barley, oat flour, rice flour, long grain rice, rice flour from normal rice, sorghum and wheat flour. So our rice is being added into the mix, quite literally. Across the way, that there, we've got the warehouse. The warehouse is interesting. We've got a warehouse sell point, but we've also got the warehouse for the, when I said earlier about the purchasing of pallets. So it does say sell everything. Warehouse logistics. So all the detail on this stuff is incredible. But if we come to this point, so the sell point is just around the back there. You see the points here? If we come to here, we can buy items. Planks long, prefab wall, wood beam, fabric, clothes, cement bags, barrels, buckets, bathtubs. We can go through loads of different stuff. Rice flour. So if you don't want to spend the time doing the productions, and then we can buy however many different pallets we want. It tells you the price. So let's, for example, say we want to get, I don't know, rice flour, 2 pallets. Let's buy them. They're ready for pickup. Should be around here somewhere. There you go. So you can come to the logistics centre of the warehouse and you can purchase things if you want to. Again, if you want to speed the process up, or whatever, it might be you haven't got the time. I know you got your diehards will be more now you've got to make them, but again, sell point is just up there. Then we come across the way here and we've got the Grain West silo. So this is a transfer silo that transfers onto the train. here. There we go. So our transfer silo, in and out, into the silo, out of the silo, rent train point. Oh. That's not an NPC, is it? It's just a person that's got stuck. I say, hasn't mentioned her before. Rent train point just over there. So transferring of, distributing of, it might be you need to sell something, it might say you've got to sell it at Goldcrest Valley, in which case you need to put it on a train. There's your transfer silo. I probably shouldn't be going this way. There's an intriguing bit on the map here. And it's this location we're going to whiz to very quickly. This bit here, this island in the middle, has got this whole facility. Now that plot of land can't be bought at the moment. And also it's got some gates that are shut. As far as I've been made aware, and I don't know the details, but something coming down the line, so potentially one of the DLCs, there's a whole facility here which looks like a sewage treatment plant actually. Anyway, I think that's going to be part of one of the DLCs upcoming, so they've kind of prepared it ready for that happening. Onwards. If this goes over an hour, I might have to transfer over to PC. So take my footage rather than edit it on console, which is what I would normally do, then edit it on PC, maybe. Right. Let's continue this way. I don't want to edit out all the information that's needed, you know. So we're coming down the hill to our next point of interest, which is the sawmill. The sawmill has our next NPC as well, Noah. So our drop-off point, just here for our lumber, trees, timber. Don't want to get in trouble for saying the wrong thing. I don't know if I can get across here. Probably shouldn't be bouncing across there. Or there. Let's just turn there. Where's Noah? I know he's here somewhere. I know it. There he is. There's Noah. Come and chat to Noah about all things logging, lumber, sawmill related. But our sawmill can be purchased here. 300 grand. Click on that. Wood planks long, wood planks, prefab wall and wood beam. So the platinum expansion stuff can be done here. We do get wood chips as a byproduct from here, should you need them for anything else. So that is your sawmill. There are mini versions and stuff available. Right. Speed up, come on, more speed. I am going to have to. Right, heading out this way. Let me show you on the map how far we've got. So, I mean, we've done a fair chunk of it actually. So we did all the stuff in the main town. Did our carpentry, grain mill, the warehouse, transfer silo. Had a look at the island bit there. We've now driven out here. That plot of land we did purchase up on the hill. It's got a sleep trigger on it. So sawmill and all its related accoutrement just down there. We're now heading this way. This plot here, plot 89, if I buy that for 337,000, it adds those triggers on. So we've now got a sleep trigger and we've got a chicken coop there, which we're going to go and have a look at. Then we're going to head out this way and then round. We're getting there. We're getting there. And like I say, there is so much more to the map. Hutan Pantai is a smaller map. There's a lot more detail but less to it. Does that make sense? Let's just turn up here up to plot. It's 89, just up here. So again, barns, buildings and sheds at the property, plus obviously the property runs out come back to the map, we've got the field there and all this bit here, the big water tower. Instead we have got a chicken coop just here. There we go. We've got nothing in it at the moment, but we'll hold 20 in there. Very nice. We've got our sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger at the main farmhouse, and then, like I say, some barns and buildings. This one doesn't have a silo on it or anything like that, whilst that looks like a silo. Again, there's all this detail. Look at it all. Very nice. Let's go to the next facility, shall we? Oh, sorry, water point just there. It's because the discs aren't blue anymore. I mean, I kind of like that because they don't, you know, stick out like a sore thumb, but sometimes, depending on the background, they're hard to spot. I don't mind that. I'm not. Just explaining, not complaining. I do like the fact we've got a new pickup. There's a car in there as well, a Skoda actually. Next up, the rope makers. Now a lot of people were surmising what the rope would be made out of. It's actually fairly straightforward. It's nothing. I kept doing that with the Land Rover, now I'm doing it with this. Just the way you come out. So, rope maker, 300 grand. Click on that. We've got cotton rope or wool rope. So you bring cotton and you bring wool. I know people saying, are we going to get hemp? Are we going to get all this other stuff? What crop will we use? It's actually cotton and wool you bring here. So, like a spinnery, but better, because we're getting rope. Mind you, though, 150 cotton to 40 rope, 20 wool to 3 rope. I suppose it's a rather intensive process, I would imagine. So, rope makers. If there are other productions that require rope. But again, I'm pretty sure at that warehouse we can purchase it if you want to. I think next up we've got the Cooper. There you go. Riverbend Springs Cooperage. We like a bit of cooperage. Again, 300 grand. Pricey. So Coopers, barrels and planks long on planks, bathtub, again, buckets. So, platinum expansion stuff here at the Coopers. From the Coopers, we're going to turn left. Gas station just here. On the fork. Duckies. That looks like Ed the Duck. Down to the right. We've got the oil mill. There are 25 collectibles. Did I mention that? Because it's FS25. There are 25 collectibles. So here's our oil mill. Whoops. Canola oil, olive oil, rice oil from long grain rice, rice oil from normal rice, and sunflower oil. So some extra oils added in now. Now we're going to cross back over the river. We come to the next terminal. So grain barge terminal 1. I think there's a lime station over this side as well. But that might be a little bit further up, I think. Oh no, it is here. So, turning in here. Lime station, just there. And our grain barge Terminal 1, Terminal 2 was further along. It's just here, so this is one of your sell points, which takes it from the silos, the legs, down onto the grain barge. Let's do that. There we go. Very nice. This was one I did try off camera with a couple of things of wheat and bought it in a trailer. And when I unloaded it, I did wonder if there would be an animation. Again, I'm not saying, because this is not necessarily the final version, there might be, but there wasn't when I did it. I thought there might be a animation onto the barge crossing over the railway. No, probably shouldn't cross there. We've got the Grain Elevator Museum. So this is the rundown one, the one we saw in very, very early images. And the museum can be rebuilt. If you look bottom right, wood beams and planks long are required for the first bit. I don't think this is one we can buy though. I'm pretty sure this, like the roller coaster, and you have to bring things to this as well. I think some of the collectibles, don't they come here for the museum? I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, so this will be rebuilt and turned into a museum. Oh, very lovely. From here, we are going to... oh yeah, I remember. We're going to Proud Mary. Well, kind of. Restaurant down by the water. There you go. Lovely. There's a paddle steamer, isn't it? Is there a paddle on the back? Oh, okay. No paddle. Just a steamer. So restaurant sale point just there. Up the hill. Oh, let me just double check something here. So if we go to... So we came past the road makers, Cooper's, gas station, oil mill, crossed the way to the grain elevator, sorry, the barge, grain barge terminal 1, the grain elevator museum, restaurant, this plot here, plot 64. Oh, let's do that. Just need to double check there's not a... No, I didn't know if there was a sleep trigger on that one. But when we come up the hill, where are we going to now? Oh yeah, we need to go back across here. This one here, plot 66. If we buy that one, that is a different proposition. So let's buy that. You notice now, these have come up. So this one here, we've got a sell point. Not a sell point. What am I talking about? It's interesting. It's showing it's a sell point, but that's hayloft. We've got a greenhouse for rice saplings, and we've got a sleep trigger. So we need to head that way. I don't think there were any others, were there? Let me just double check on 53. I don't think 53 was. We'll buy it just to make sure. No, nothing's popped up. So, I need to go... Actually, back the way I just came. I need to be able to do a J turn. Let's go. There's a lot to fit in. So out of here, the next right, there we go. So there's our hayloft. In and out. Then we've got, now this here is just showing as a shack. This is not a chicken coop, it's just showing as an old shed. You can remove it if you want to. Then here we've got our greenhouse for rice saplings, I'm pretty sure if this is right. There you go. There you go. Rice saplings. Inactive at the moment. Water in, rice saplings out. 3-to-1 on our ratio, and this should be a field of long grain rice. And it's not, is it? No, spinach, of course not. when I did my prep, it was showing us yeah, long grain rice. We've got a barn just up here, which I think has got a boat in it. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger at the main farmhouse. There you go. Looks like a silver run boat, doesn't it? It's all those little details, all this extra stuff. It's brilliant. From here, past our sleep and wardrobe triggers at the main farmhouse. Back down and around, and we're going to come to the final. I think it's the final point. I hope. Like I say, if I've missed something, I am very, very sorry. Oh, hang on. 49, 42. Yeah, no, I've done all that. I made some additional notes, and I think I've just covered them anyway. I just, luckily, now the one that I guess most disappointed with, only because of when they showed all the images and stuff, and it's that thing of you make extrapolations based upon what you think you know, based on things you see. I think it's the other vehicles going around the map that are knocking all the signs over. So here we've got the paper mill, paper factory. So if we whiz across here, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. £525 grand. Oof. Carton rolls and paper rolls. So platinum expansion stuff. Wood in, those out. Which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're getting carton roll and paper roll. It's platinum expansion stuff. It's a lovely facility. It's a lovely building for doing it. It's a nice location. But I think because on the image that was shown, this was the sign you saw, and it shows forestry, debarking, wood chips, pulp production, stock preparation, paper production, paper and pulp. I did personally thought there was going to be more to it than the paper production, that you would have to make a pulp maybe, and you'd have to bring, I don't know, it's just the way my brain worked. So let's come back. I think I'm checking the map. Did we cover it all? I think we might have done. Like I say, there might be some bits and bobs I missed. It's getting used to the menus as well as, so it's a multi-pronged approach on this one. Map tours will get smoother, they'll get easier the more confident you get with the menus and how it all works. That way you won't miss anything, I won't miss anything, hopefully. But Riverbend Springs, I love it. I think it's brilliant. Like I say, the fidelity is incredible. Everything that's been added on is great. It's not a deep dive into everything, so there's going to be a lot of other menus, a lot of other things to try out, a lot of other features, processes that are yet to be tested, proven, see how they all work. But as far as the map tour goes, that is the map, Riverbend Springs, from Giant Software on Farming Simulator 25. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Farming Simulator 25. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.